refuse to not be first.
Do we do enough? Well, I never shut up about it.
It must have been about 16, 17. We nicked their guilt rings. Right, the bouncer's guilt ring.
This is no good for me. That's the reality. If you want the honest truth, and I see it every day.
Razaban, IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast Sydney, a victorious Joshua Buatsi. Listen, before we say anything, the MC got me pumped when he was saying your name. I'm not sure if you got pumped.
You know what? I know he was going to say like that, but I'll be honest with you, bro. I didn't hear anything when I was in that ring. Yeah. But I hope he said it right, man. Yeah.
It was good energy. That's what matters.
What I would say is Birmingham, it was nice. The reception was nice, man. So I appreciate that, man. Yeah. Obviously, I'm not from out here, but it was nice. It was nice.
So, Josh, been out of the ring for close to enough a year or so. Talk to me in the ring. How do you assess the fight and your performance?
I'll say it again. I think if I didn't get the win, it would be a different interview, different type of interview. So I won't look at the negatives. I got the win, and of course, man, of course, when there's a turnout like that and a show like that, you wanna capitalize. You want the icing on the cake, which of course would have been a knockout, which I didn't get, man. So on that aspect, I'm like, damn, I didn't knock him out. But fair play to Pavel Stepien, good opponent, man.
10-round fight, obviously you've done 12 in the past as well, but 10-round fight, what was kind of Virgil's instructions? It looked like you were just taking your time and just cruising through the rounds.
Yeah, I mean, the rounds are important to get at this stage. You know, I haven't boxed for a while, so it was nice to get the rounds in. The instruction was, don't get bored, you know, jabbing. Because sometimes you're jabbing, and you're like, what else? So it was, you know, to try and stay on job and course of doing that. Definitely felt I should have, you know, upped there a bit more. But again, when someone comes to fight initially and they change their approach, you know, as the fight goes on, it's a bit harder.
Obviously, I know you went the full 10 rounds, but how did you kind of feel in there? Could you feel that you've been out the ring for such a long period of time?
I wasn't thinking about that when I was in the ring. Now, it still hasn't crossed my mind, but I am aware. The reality is, yes, I've had a long time out of the ring, so, you know, that comes with its own effects, but I went out there and I boxed, I got the win, which is always the most important thing.
What did Virgil say after the fight?
A bit. I think what he said was, when someone comes to survive after a few rounds, it is going to be a bit harder. So he said, you got the win. Just know that's what's important.
You're going to look ahead now. I know you're going to probably take a bit of time off, just relax a week or so, and then kind of get your mind back in the groove. But I spoke to Ben Shalom and I said, look, when Lawrence Okoli fought, you know, he got criticism from fans, from social media, etc. But everyone kind of forgot about it when they announced the Bilham Smith fight. So I put him on the spot and I said, listen, who's next? Who do you want next? And he said, listen, it has to be Anthony Yarde next. Or if you can't get Anthony Yarde, then it has to be Adan Aziz.
So those are the only two options?
Those are the current two options you said. Obviously, you have to remember, Bivol Batevi are a bit tied up at the moment.
I wouldn't shy away if they're the only options. But again, if there's more options, let's take it. As long as the fight is big, then I'm in, man, I'm in.
Is that what you need at this stage of your career, where not just big names, but you need fights where you'll get up for? Because ultimately, it's this life, isn't it? No matter what's in front of you, when the objective is big, the concentration is far more.
Yeah, I mean, of course, that's an obvious point, but I'm down with it. Like, I mean, once I get in there, I always want to win. I won't be having a long time off because I know there's still more to learn and more to show you guys. So if it's an Aziz or a Yarde, that's great. If there's more options, that's great. Long as it's a big fight, man.
Obviously, Birmingham City here. Obviously, a lot of Brummie fighters on the card there was, but a lot of them stayed back to watch you as a non-Birmingham fighter. So shout out to all the Birmingham fans as well.
Listen, big shout out to them. That I do appreciate. I'm not from here, man. So I was like, I'm the last one on. But after the Brum fighters box, people might go, but they didn't. And big up to Mr. Zor, man. The nice performance. I need to watch it. People asking me, what was it like? I don't remember anything. But because I was so zoned in, I said, this is all great, but you got to win the fight, you know.
Some quick words on some of your colleagues that you've shared the GB stage for. Obviously, Ben Whittaker, shades of Prince Nassim and Kevin Kelly, that ring walk entrance. I'm sure you saw it backstage.
I was warming up, but we see it on the little TV there. But when he started, Lauren Price was next, then I'm next. So I kind of got my clothes on, started warming up slowly. But Ben is it. It's clear, like, you know what I mean. Got a great style, good coach, good team as well. I like his pops, his family as well. So they're cool people, man.
Okay, Josh, I'll leave the last word with you. Tell me who you want next. Ideally, if it was your choice and all the fighters were available, who is Joshua Buatsi's ideal opponent next?
The world title, man. And the reality is it's tied up. So yes, I want a big British blockbuster. The Yarde fight, if it can happen, I'll be very happy, man, because I think people have been talking about that for a very long time. So I'm free now, Yarde's free as well. I don't know when he wants to box next, but if it's me, then let's make it happen, man. Yeah, let's make it happen.
Josh, appreciate a little bit of your time. Enjoy the victory, enjoy the food, whatever you decide to eat tonight, party, be good, be safe, and don't do anything I won't do.
Love, bro. Thank you, man.
Joshua Buatsi, IFL TV, thank you very much.
I refuse to not be first.
Do we do enough? Well, I never shut up about it.
It must have been about 17. We nicked their guilt rings. Right, the bouncer's guilt ring.
This is no good for me. That's the reality. If you want the honest truth, and I see it every day,